Welcome to this episode of Too Much Freedom. I am your host, Amir Bilan. Today is December 5th, 2014, and we'll be discussing economic freedom and why you should care about America's fading economic freedom. The Fraser Institute's Economic Freedom of the World annual report consistently ranked the United States among the 5 freest countries in the world from 1975 through 2002. Since then, the United States has dropped to 12th place. In fact, in the year 2000, we had the second most free economy on the planet. The Fraser Institute bases this ranking on more than 40 variables, including the size of government, the legal system, security of property rights, access to sound money, freedom of trade, regulation of the markets. The United States, along the model of economic freedom for the rest of the world, now ranks behind Hong Kong, Singapore, Canada, Chile, and 8 other nations. When it comes to economic freedom, America is very clearly moving in the wrong direction. Much of America's decline is due to the growth of government's footprint in our lives since 2000. The assault on America's property rights has not helped much either. The war on terror put American travelers under the thumb of the TSA. The Supreme Court Kelo decision ushered in a rise in eminent domain abuse. And let's not forget about the bailouts of those corporations who were too big to fail. But why should you care? Why should we care? As it turns out, economic freedom benefits just about everyone in ways they don't even imagine. Using the Fraser Institute's Economic Freedom of the World Index, or of North America Index, I should say, we divided the United States in half, compared the most free states versus the less free states. In 1985 through 2009, unemployment in the 25 most economically free states averaged 5.2%, versus 5.8% in the 25 least free states. That 0.6 difference is equivalent to 460,000 additional jobs that might exist if the least free states were more free. Over the same period, median household income was 4.7% greater in the most free states. The rate of home ownership is higher in the most free states. The poverty rate in the most free states averaged 1.6% less than in the less free states. Income inequality was lower in the most free states than in the least free states. Interstate migration data shows that people moved with their feet, or voted with their feet, I should say, moving from the least free states to the most free states. This made population growth in the most free states 60% greater. Economic growth is a 4 percentage point greater in the most free states. And state and local debt as a fraction of GDP, is significantly lower than those in the least free states. But this is not just seen in states. Countries with more economic freedom have more gender equality and less income inequality. And this isn't because rich countries tend to be more free and more equal. Even among the poorest countries, those with more economic freedom enjoy more equality. Child labor rates in the 20 most economically free countries are half of those where they are in the 20 least free economic countries. And this is because rich and free countries import cheap goods from countries that exploit kids. Among the most impoverished countries, those that are more free have a significantly lower child labor rate than those that are less free. Even the environment does better with economic freedom. The 50 countries with the least economic freedom suffer significant deforestation. The 50 countries with the most economic freedom suffer significant reforestation. The least free countries experience nearly 3 times the air pollution of the most free countries. And the least free countries experience 5 times the amount of CO2 emissions per GDP than the most free countries. Almost every political hobby horse would be achieved if governments would simply adopt economic freedom as their primary goal. The conclusion is simple. Economic freedom yields beneficial results. If politicians really wanted the results they claim, they would fight for more economic freedom. That they do not suggest that they have other goals. Meanwhile, the data bears out what most Americans already know. The United States is less free than it once was, and our lives are worse for it. The way to improve our lives as citizens is to return to our birthrights as citizens, liberty. As strange as it may seem, the government has been protecting us from this problem all along. The Heritage Foundation also has an economic freedom index. According to that index, America was ranked in the 4th freest country in the world in 1995. with a score of 76.7. In 2014, America ranked 12th with a score of 75.5. The world in the same period of time, its average score was from 57.6 to 60.3. In the bottom, I will have a link posted to the Fraser Institute's index. Well, that's all for today, folks. Make sure to like this video and comment on it. Share this video with your friends and subscribe to this channel. And remember to subscribe to this channel. Today is December 5th, 2014, and this has been Too Much Freedom.